I want to give Heather 100,000 for Michael.
This girl is a hood rat. She's gonna come looking for more.
Nothing can prepare you.
I want $1 million.
For the
No. Fatima, no. Have you lost your mind?
Well, folks, Fatima may have done something very bad in the next episode of Sistas. Now, this is just a theory, but remember, as soon as season 3 information about Zatima came out, like, Zach getting arrested for murder and things like that, we all instantly thought something's going to happen with Heather. That's the only other thing I could think about. Like, there was no other thing to think about. Like, something bad is going to happen to Heather and Zach is going to get blamed for it. Then in the last episode, we saw like that abusive boyfriend. Well, that boyfriend, I guess, that was in Heather's apartment probably got into it with her. And then, she got cut on some glass. That's what she claims happened. But no, he probably banged her up a bit. Something was going to happen. Zach would take the fall somehow and get arrested. Now, looking at the trailer for next week, it looks like it's about to get pretty intense. Oh boy. So, given that there's absolutely nothing Zach and Fatima can do at the moment, aside for wait for Wesley and his people to find some sort of evidence of Michael's abuse in his living environment, all they can do is be patient. However, that isn't good enough. Zach wants to come up with a plan regarding money. I'll offer her 100 grand for Michael. And then Fatima makes this valid point. Zach, she's a hood rat. She's just going to come looking for more money. So they go over there. It looks like Zach presents her plan because Heather doesn't seem to just instantly cuss him out and tell him to get out. Zach probably mentions money to calm her behind down. Now, for some reason, this woman who was originally cool with $2 grand a month snuffs at $100,000 and demands $1 million. Are you flipping kidding me? So, I'm just speculating what happens here. But we see a scene where it looks like Heather is Zach looks like he's bending over. My guess is he just tries to take Michael. We see Heather kind of like grab the back of his jacket, like, no. And then Fatima grabs her and like slams her against the wall. In the midst of all this commotion, we see, I believe, Miss Cheryl looking out of her blinds. Now, some people speculate that at first I thought it was Sabrina, but then I'm like, wait a minute. Sabrina ain't got no blinds. I know that she lives in an apartment, but her door, I don't even think has a peephole. And in her kitchen, I know she has like some shades, but I don't think she has blinds. So I automatically went, you know what? I think this is Miss Cheryl. It makes the most sense because when you take close look, she does have braids like Sabrina, but she's kind of, bigger. So I think, when you look at it from that aspect, this is not Sabrina. This is Miss Cheryl hearing what's going on. She's the one who potentially calls the cops because of the commotion. Remember, apparently there was a lot of, noise and commotion, aka domestic disturbance. And that's why the cops showed up in the last episode because Miss Cheryl called. Now, as to whether or not Fatima and Zach talk with Miss Cheryl prior to coming over there or going upstairs, I don't know. But in the midst of like the back and forth, because remember, Fatima's like twice the size of Heather, so she's easily going to throw her around. Now it gets to the point where Heather's screaming like, get out, and Fatima just pushes her, but it looks like a hard shove, and Heather falls down. And Zach's like, no. Like, have you lost your mind? I'm definitely thinking that he's going off on Fatima because something bad probably happened. Heather may have fallen too hard and hit her head and died. I don't think Fatima pulls her gun out, but then again, this is Fatima we're talking about here, but let's just assume something bad happened to Heather. But here's another thing though. Two things could be true. One, the cops just show up, see the situation, it looks bad. And Zach decides to take the fall. Option 2, Wesley said, look, you just got to be patient, but I'm going to try to light a fire under this situation as soon as I can. What if someone he sent over to try to get evidence of the abusive environment walks in and sees what happened? It looks bad. Who do you think is going to get blamed for this? So Fatima probably made the situation worse. Or maybe Zach, because he scooped. Better yet, they should not have went over there. They should not have went over there. It sucks. I know Zach wants his boy, but at the same time, looking at the past, anytime these two have decided to do something off the books against the law, are basically the opposite of someone who's an attorney or someone who's a police tells them to do, it backfires. And then it's like with the Hayden stuff, like Fatima with the baseball bat, Zach whooping his ass at the law firm. Guess what? They both ended up in jail. Hayden was allowed to go back, walk, well, whether it be on crutches or in a broke down car. He was on the streets while they were locked up. They should not have went over there at all, because it does not look good. I'm guessing Heather dies and then Zach takes the fall. And that could mean that the 3-month time skip, Zatima season 3 could fit nicely in that little pocket. And then Sistas season 7 picks up from there. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Heather is going to die in the next episode? Do you think Fatima kills her? Let's talk about it. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.